Okay, so what's up, people? So today I want to talk about how we know Injustice 2 is delayed. And I'm like, quote unquote, delayed. And because I say it like that, because the game doesn't have a definitive release date. So, like, it's just been stated as 2017. So, because of that, it can't actually be delayed because as long as it comes out by, December 31st, 2017, it's technically not delayed. But we know the NetherRealm formula by now. Mortal Kombat 9 came out in April 2011. Injustice: Gods Among Us, April 2013. Mortal Kombat X, April 2015. So, like, there's a pattern. So the expected release date was April 2017 for this game, especially when it was revealed the same time of year like E3, like the games before it. So we know that was the expected release date, even though it wasn't technically delayed. Like, I'm just gonna talk about why it's more than likely not gonna hit that date. And for those of you that are thinking, what do you mean? They just put out, a Supergirl video, brand new, like right after Christmas or right around Christmas. So they're showing off new stuff again after the long drought of information. But honestly, that video was as great as it was to see. To me, it kind of didn't reassure me that they were gonna make it on time, because if you look at what we saw in the video, yes, the character models have all been worked on and they look amazing. Supergirl looks way better. Wonder Woman looks better too. Supergirl had like new gear. She had short sleeves. Like, they did some changes like that, but if you notice, like, it was the same characters that we've already seen. We saw a little bit of Deadshot, but he was revealed already. A little bit of Blue Beetle, whose face looked touched up as well. Wonder Woman. So all characters that had been revealed, and we saw the same two stages over and over. Like, like all stuff we've seen already, it just looked better. So, like, it's still not any new information. Like, everything about Supergirl that we saw was things we saw in the past, like at E3, but it had just been broken down. So while it was cool to see that video, like the fact that they didn't show anything new, like maybe it's not like it's a new build because it's updated, but it doesn't have anything new in it. And it's been over 4 months since we got anything new, and technically that's not new either. So we haven't really got anything new since Harley and Deadshot were revealed. So, like, we still have a lot to reveal for this game. Like, we would need to see how, like, the game's gonna have 28 characters in it at launch. That was what was shown on the select screen, and for the first time, the developers actually said we want to release with about around 28 characters. And Ed Boon hinted at 10 DLC characters. He just said, last first game had 4 DLC characters. Mortal Kombat X had 8 DLC characters, and he's like, oh, we want to keep going up, going up. So, like, he kind of hinted, like, 4 from Mortal Kombat 9, 6 from Injustice, 8 from MKX, 10 for Injustice 2. So, like, assuming there's gonna be 28 to launch, maybe 38 total characters, they'd need to get the ball rolling. Not to mention stages, we've only seen 2, and there's got to be at the very least 10 to 15. You know, like new character reveals, just different like story mode. Like, we still know nothing really. Well, next to nothing. There's a little bit we know about the story, but we still don't know the details, the ins and outs. We don't know who's playing a big role. We don't even know who the villain is yet. And I mean, they can sorry about that. They can save that for later, like the big bad reveal, but at least give us some ideas. Like, we were getting story trailers in January for the last Injustice, and they did that whole battle arena thing. So there's a possibility they're doing that again, but they still have a ton of characters they need to reveal. And, like, it's one thing to do a reveal trailer, like, that's great, but, like, we have no game. We would still have no, like, actual raw gameplay footage of any of those characters. So it would be like kind of empty, like, there's just so much that they would need to show off in a 4 month period. Like, actually less than that, really, because it's about to be January. So 3 months, maybe 3.5 months to show off like 60% of the game. And it just doesn't seem realistic to expect. I mean, we would all love for the game to be done in that time and for it to actually be there, but just like, it just realistically doesn't seem like it's gonna actually happen. And like, the Injustice 2 comic hasn't really started yet either, so we don't have any information there. We have Ground Zero, but that's not past Injustice 1 yet. So we don't have really any information aside from, the synopsis that came out with the game, like, that it was a new threat coming and they now might need Superman's help or to take him out. So, yeah. Between all that, that's just why I don't believe the game is actually going to come out on time. I'm going to say it's delayed because, if it's not hitting in April like every other NetherRealm game ever, it's kind of delayed, even though it doesn't have a specific date and it's technically not delayed as long as it comes out this year. But, that's why it's quote unquote delayed. I don't think anyone should get their hopes up for it to come out in April. I just don't see that as like a realistic timetable for everything they have to do. I mean, a big part of it might be the voice actor strike. Maybe that's what held them up. Like, we don't know specifically for sure what pushed them back, but something's holding them up. They just can't or aren't showing off enough new stuff for them to really be ready in that time. But yeah, anyway, if you liked this video, let me know. If you thought it was bad, thought I sounded weird. I'm just trying this out, seeing how it goes. Let me know anything in the comments or messages, or subscribe or whatever. Just let me know. If nobody watches this video, I know I probably screwed it up. Probably shouldn't try it again. But hey, either way, happy holidays, people.